I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. They always said there would be a...
I expected better from Asari commandos.
Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliche.
Okay, we are back on the Normandy and in better sound definition. Hardly any background noise. I can hear my machine whirring away there, but you probably can't because I got a new version of Audacity, which I just used on my last set of Baldur's Gate. And that means that we should hear everything with a much reduced hiss and much less tinniness as well. Hope that's not hoping for too much, but it is an improvement. Anyway, we've done a mission planet, so everyone should have something to say. After that, we're going to do the Cerberus chain of quests that Kahoku initiates. So, Rex, you first.
Never a dull moment with you, Shepard.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
Saving the galaxy from certain destruction? No. But I've had my share of adventures.
Do you remember any that stick out?
A few. I remember one time I was hired by a Volus diplomat. What an ass.
Oh, is it Din Korlak, I wonder?
I guess even politicians have need of mercs from time to time, huh?
Time to time. If it wasn't for politicians, I'd be out of work. They're always looking for ways to get ahead. This one was no different. He wanted me to erase his past. Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
I can see why that might give you pause.
What? No. Alina and I were old friends. Sort of. We met when we were both contracted to kill the same Turian. Neither of us wanted the other one to get him first. We spent more time fighting each other than tracking that Turian.
Which one of you made it first?
It was a tie.
Huh.
I brought back his head. She got the rest of him. As far as I know, we both got paid. Anyway, when I told Alina about the diplomat's contract, she and I had a good laugh about it.
So what'd you do?
Well, I was going to lose the contract, but I respected Alina. In the end, I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders. She always was a bit of a softie.
What happened on the station?
What didn't happen? For 2 days I chased her through that station. Used my entire store of ammunition. Had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons. By the 3rd day, the station was barely holding together. The mercs were dead or gone. Life support was failing. But I had her. She'd locked herself in the med labs. She was trying to patch herself up. Damn tough, that one. Then just when I thought I had her, the station's core went critical. Barely made it back to my ship in time.
In case you're wondering, when he mentions he ran out of ammo, you probably noticed we use a heat-based system and not an ammo one. And the reason he ran out of ammo is because in each gun is kind of a whole block of metal, and each time you fire it shaves some metal off and projects it at high speed. And the shaving is kind of so thin that you'd have to fire your gun for almost hours on end to run out. But troops engaged for days on end can have issues with ammo like that because they might run out of the metal blocks. We don't because our mission's quite short. So obviously that's what happened to him. Right, did she get out?
I assume the Asari commando didn't make it.
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut. So I headed back to the diplomat to give him the good news and collect my pay. But before I got halfway there, Alina sent me a message. Better luck next time. Now, I'm not superstitious, but if someone can survive that, well, they deserve to live. At least for a bit longer.
What about the diplomat? He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
You're smarter than you look, Rex.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes. Easiest job I've ever had. A little boring, but credits are credits.
Right, so, yeah, good story.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, so, yeah, a bit more detail on Rex. Now, Ashley, do you have anything more to say?
Commander?
Yeah, actually, mission report first.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to T'Soni about her mom. She has to be hurting.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying, Skipper.
Yeah, I knew there was something we forgot. Anyway, yeah, so, can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain themselves. Not yet, anyway.
That's surprising.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
Another subtle reference to the M16. When it was first issued in Vietnam, GIs were told that it was self-maintaining and so they didn't bother cleaning them much at all. And as a result, they jammed, and M16s have a reputation for jamming because the army erroneously said that they were self-maintaining when they weren't. No gun is self-maintaining as far as I know. Anyway.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought about what you said, about eliminating the threat immediately, regardless of the cost. You were right. You were right about Dr. Salian, too. Killing him was the only solution. This way, we'll know he'll never hurt anyone again.
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going to reapply for Spectre training. It will probably kill my father, but I've got to try. If that doesn't work, I'll do just about anything, except go back to CSEC. I'm done with them. No more red tape, no more politics. From now on, I do things my way.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Yeah, you can tell there are two kind of paths you can push Garrus down. One Paragon, one Renegade. I think maybe you can push him down a center path if you like. Tell him Renegade things but save Salian, or try and take him alive, or tell him Paragon things and kill Salian. But yeah, I think it makes most sense given the events of Mass Effect 2 that you push him down the Renegade path, I think. Because otherwise it seems a bit of a... Yeah, there's a couple of things in the game which you should do a certain way for the... some things in Mass Effect 2 to make sense. Or at least some sense.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Right, now what are you going to try and help me today? We've got plenty of money, so that's not an issue. Oh great, Onyx armor. Surely you jest. Guardian armor. Oh, this guy's such a joker. Right, yeah, seems nothing better for anyone. Shame. Tally, are you out of conversation options, I wonder? I think you probably are, because I can't remember any more conversations with you.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, I think Tally's out of options at the moment. So let's go back upstairs and talk to Caden and Liara. Don't think Caden will have anything to say. Liara will probably have something to say about her mother. I don't like talking to Caden much because it puts us in an incredibly weird light. Don't get why it's so dark on the ship.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
He's quite right, of course, but we see it as something to personally decide.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
We're all in for the duration. You can count on everyone to do their duty.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's out of dialogue now that we're not going down the Romance path with him. Oh, and I almost forgot that he's the captain's cabin over here, which I should probably show off. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but it is, I think, a list of crew and stuff. Ah, okay. I was mistaken. It's completely featureless. Great. Been playing Assassin's Creed again lately, and I keep almost wanting to hit the right mouse button to run faster. But of course, that doesn't work. Been resisting temptation. Yep, just looking for things to look at to get some experience, but nothing has highlighted at the moment. Okay, and just Liara now.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
She did. You don't feel that bad?
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
I blame Saren, and if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
I don't think that's quite true for the younger Asari, as we'll see in Mass Effect 2. But for the older ones, they enter a kind of matron stage and then form permanent bonds. Until the other partner dies, of course, then they move on to someone else. But that's a topic for another time.
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
Sounds weird. A bit like Transformers then. Yeah, it's just a proposition. I think that's the most appropriate response.
Are you saying you want to...
No! Oh no! I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so... reserved. The Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... I mean, That is why we must choose our partners with great care.
We've never done this, though.
Wait, are you saying this is your first time?
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it, not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
What do we say? What do we have? I mean, yeah, either of us could be killed tomorrow, but we can just load a save game when that happens, I guess. Come on, we are ready. Well, let's be understanding.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Never get sold. I should go. I'm sure some people will emulate that in real life. Never done it myself. Not quite that asocial. But yeah, now we've got to go and do some Cerberus hunting stuff. And I'm hoping that in the process of gaining a couple of renegade points in these missions, there's one opportunity we will unlock a secret renegade mission that you get 80% renegade in. It's quite a funny little one. Ah, and yeah, of course, Joker. We've got to check on Joker. Silly me. I'd like to know what the people standing around are doing exactly. It'd be nice to have a bit more detail on that.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Probably have something to say about killer bugs and stuff. I mean, he had something to say about the zombies we met, so... Right. Let's just... to go up here and then... Personally won't have anything new to say. No. And open journal. UNC Cerberus. Investigate samples. Another Cerberus thing. Quite a lot of stuff to look at. Privateers. Okay, UNC Cerberus. Yangtze system. Voyager cluster. So, that's a Horsehead Nebula. Exodus, Gemini Sigma, Hades, Gamma, and Artemis Tau, that's a load. Voyager. And Yangtze. Won't return to Novaria for some time. Probably do it at the end of the game, when hunting for Colossus armor and such. Alright. Let's do a little survey. Okay, Prothean data disk. Rare element. It's all worth some money. Might not be the most exciting thing to watch, but does go towards the outrageous sums of money we will have by the game's end. Yeah, we've done you. So my gas chart here. And this looks like a landing spot. Where there's spores on it. I'm really hoping for some decent light armor, so I'm not going to use you two for a little while. I mean, we've used you for 2 story planets, so give you a break. We'll take Ashley and... yeah, let's take Rex. Wait, actually, no. I have to take 1 tech member, so Garrus.